All right, what's up, folks? Welcome back to the page. Back in the kitchen, bringing my man dinner again, or lunch for work actually. Um, but I came to talk about just like something recently that happened that I'm actually like trying to deal with, and that's me speaking up for myself or speaking up when something bothers me. For some reason, when I want to say something, like I don't. I hold it in. I call myself trying to process what was said, or I try to play a scenario in my head of how I'm going to say it, how I want it to come out, and then I end up not saying anything at all, or and that's been years. I end up not saying anything at all, and then I've learned that what happens and what has been happening, what has happened to me over the years, is that I not blocked my throat chakra, but their throat chakra challenges, which blocks creativity, which blocks expression, creative expression of that. And so I had a scenario last night where something bothered me, and instantly, for some reasons, like instantly when something bothers me, I'm fearful. I'm scared shitless to say something. And I know, I can't say I don't know, but I know it comes from my childhood. It comes from my past. And when I was a child, my parents used to always tell me to shut up. They told me to be quiet. They told me I didn't know what I was talking about. They said I had a smart mouth. Be quiet. You know what I'm talking about. I'm the parent. I'm the child. You don't know nothing. Shut your mouth. I popped in the mouth a couple times. So when it came to me expressing myself or wanted to speak up, I felt like my voice didn't matter. I felt like what I had to say didn't mean anything. I felt like I didn't know what I was talking about. So I would always be quiet. And a more recent, not recent, but like in my last relationship, I was actually told that my feelings didn't matter. And I was with this person for years. So that was years of me saying, well, my feelings don't matter, so what's the point of me saying something? What's the point of me telling you how I feel if you're going to just dismiss it? If you're going to gaslight me? If you're going to be like, oh, whatever, your feelings don't matter, so ain't no point in you talking. Like, what's the point of us having a conversation if we can't express feelings to each other to where I can let you know how I feel and we have a conversation as adults and move on and just have a, peaceful day or whatever, right? So, moving right along, because, like I said, we're back in here cooking again. So, yesterday, I was with my man, and, he said something that, it didn't trigger me, but I wanted to say something about it. I wanted to ask, he did something, and I wanted to ask a question. And it was just a simple, like, who that? Who you texting? You know what I'm saying? Like, why the hell did I get scared to say something? Because immediately I saw the message bubbles, but I seen him message. His message was like 4 or 5 messages, and then I'm like, who the hell he talking to? He got a whole lot to say or whatever. Like, what kind of conversation he's having, and just simply standing up and saying like, what you got going on over there? He said a simple question. It didn't cause like a huge uproar, but like it pissed him off because he like, hold on, your energy just shifted. You feel weird. You feel different. Like, what's wrong with you? And my thing is, like, I've grown over the years. This has been a problem for me over the years. So anytime somebody asks me what's wrong with me, nothing. It ain't nothing. Nothing's wrong with me. I'm fine, but I'm not fine. I'm going through scenarios in my head. I'm playing shit over my head. Not even that in a negative way, but I was at the point I was yesterday. I was like processing me being in the same situation. I was like, damn, here you go again, Victoria. You ain't say nothing. He's asking you what's wrong. You're saying nothing. He's feeling some type of way. You need to speak up. You need to start a conversation. You need to initiate. Just be like, hey, who was that? Who were you texting? What are you doing on there? What's that? What's going on? What was that noise? Why is your phone going off? Is that a phone call? Is that an alarm clock? Like a notification? What's up? Like, and I was like beating myself up, and the whole time he's kind of like, bro, I want you to leave. Like, you giving me weird vibes, weird energy. And eventually, like, And then another thing too, I was like, damn, how many chances am I gonna get for him to be like, I'm only gonna ask you one more time, or I'm only gonna ask you once. So you'll tell me, you know, it's nothing. You're not gonna tell me that it's nothing when I know it's something. I feel it's something. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like beating myself up about that. But eventually we got to the point where I broke down and I cried, and I was just like, well, I'm sorry, because I know this is a problem. I know that this is not healthy for me to hold this in. I've already known and been knowing that me working on my throat chakra, me just expressing myself and speaking up has been a problem for me. And but for some reason last night, I don't know if it was like something else I needed to go through or another lesson, but it was crazy because I've been in this space where like, okay, I'm feeling good. I'm telling myself, like, not even before we together, but I'm telling myself, okay, when you have a problem, make sure you speak up your prayer. Make sure you say how you feel. Make sure you express that. But it's like when I'm put on the spot, I freeze and I clam up. And then, you know, it'd be like, I just like don't say nothing. But that's been a problem. So I think I was in a turmoil with myself last night, just like, I have to stop this. I gotta stop this. I can't do this. Like, I gotta stop doing this. Like, the cycle has to break. This has to stop now. Like, we're in a new year or whatever. I'm trying to grow and transform every day, so I need to speak up. And after we had our conversation and we talked, I felt like I felt lighter. I felt like a lot of weight lifted off my throat, my heart, my shoulders. I just felt a lot of weight lifted off of me because it was like I needed a reassurance of that trust. Because it's like nobody want to be, it's not really a relationship video, but more of a throat chakra video. Nobody want to be cheated on. Nobody want to be doing wrong. Nobody want to be in a relationship where you always asking questions. None of that toxicity. No, like, you always wondering stuff. You always on the edge, having anxiety. Like, nobody wants that. Like, I've been in that situation before, and it's not healthy. It ain't healthy because you end up stepping out like I did. You step out, you be like, whatever, you don't care no more. You just kind of do your own thing and make your own stuff happy and look out for yourself without thinking about your partner or your family or friends or coworkers. You just do shit on your own when you really need to address the situation. And the fact that I was like almost running away from the situation, and then having to have that reassurance that trust is there for me, and that the loyalty is there, it lifted a big weight off my shoulders to the point where I'm like, okay, anything I have to say, regardless if I have to say it crying and my voice shaking, like, it'd be like, you know how people be like, just say it even if your voice shakes, like, do it. But I don't know why, but I just know I don't like being put on the spot for some reason. For some reason, I want to process it first, and I want to think about it before I talk about it. But he didn't like that. He like, hold on, wait, something happened right now. Let's deal with it. Nip it in the bud so we can go and have a good night. You know what I mean? So I can't be in that space anymore. Ain't no sense in sitting here letting it simmer down and being all sad and shit. Like, nah, get that shit off your chest. So that's kind of like what I wanted to talk about. Really, just me learning how to express myself. And this is also going to help me too more as I talk about it, because I'm going to start doing more videos when something happens to me. This is something I'm working on spiritually in my life. Opening up all the chakras, you know what I'm saying? And another thing too is the throat chakra is connected to your sacral as well. So sometimes sensually, sexually, like, I'm not feeling all of that. I'm in the bedroom, but I'm in my head because I'm worried about how I'm feeling, how I'm looking, and it's like, bro, enjoy the moment, you know, and enjoy the moment and be pleased and pleased, you know what I'm saying? So, it's all a work in progress, but I just wanted to share that with y'all today while I'm cooking. He said he's coming to get his food, so. But I just wanted to talk about that and get that off my chest and just know that I'm feeling better about the situation. Like, I've been working on a lot of things, and just seeing another cycle come up or seeing another scenario come up that I have to work on. Because something he said, he was like, only reason why I feel what you're feeling and what you're dealing with, because it's on your heart. And unintentionally, I was sending him negative energy, and it wasn't me thinking negative about him, but the energy was negative because I was thinking negative about myself based off of what I seen, and I didn't speak on it. So just speak up. And like I said, hopefully these videos will help me more as I go along and just talk and just get all this off my chest. But thank y'all for watching and tuning in. We're making spaghetti, nothing special. His favorite meal. And y'all have a good night, and I'll talk to y'all later.